Hi, my name is Debbie. I'm going to show you how to make a very easy felted alpaca. And your kids can help you with this. We're going to felt the body parts and then you're going to glue them together with a glue gun, or you can sew them. One of these bowls is just our rinse bowl, and it's the cooler water, so we're going to put that off camera here so you don't even need to worry about that right now. And we'll use our bowl that we have some soap in, just a little bit of laundry, or dishwashing soap. Not too much, just a couple drops. First thing we're going to do is the body of the alpaca. We're going to make kind of an oblong piece, and we want to fluff up the fleece as much as we can. I'm going to put that there and get some more to fluff it up. Like I said, be sure and use some of your coarser fleece for this, because some of your finer fleece won't felt up quite as quickly, and it'll be kind of frustrating for you or the children if you're doing it with your children. Okay, and I've got this kind of fluffed up here. So we have this big mass of fleece here that we're going to wet in our soapy water. And then we're going to start rolling it in our hands. Very gently, no pressure, just roll. As you start to feel it get more and more together, holding together better, you're going to add a little more pressure to it. More pressure, more pressure, more pressure. And the more you feel it getting together, the more you're going to add pressure. Now I'm going to kind of change the way I'm rolling it here. So we're going to roll it like if we're rolling a snake. That'll kind of go back and forth and kind of oblong it out for the shape of the body. Now, this is shrinking as we're doing this, so it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And you can see it's starting to hold together, but I know this is not going to be quite big enough. So what I'm going to do is add some more to it. Now that I've got that, I'm going to take a little bit of fleece, fluff it up, and I'm going to kind of wind this around tightly. Wet it again and gently roll it back and forth. So when you get done with your felting of the body, you want it to be, it's not quite an inch thick and around 2 inches long. And it should be nice and solid. Once you're done with the soap part of it, then you put it in your rinse that I've got kind of off camera here. Rinse it Squeeze the water out. Then you want to put it into a towel and get some of that water out of it so it can dry. Then you're going to take that and set it off to the side. Next thing we're going to do is create a long rope that's skinnier than the one we just made, and we will cut those into 4 pieces for the legs. So you're going to want the legs to be about 1 inch in length. So we will make about a 4-inch long piece of felted rope. Okay, so now you can see I have felted about a 4-inch long, fairly stiff piece of rope, and it is a little bit more than a 1/4 inch round. So what we want to do next is cut this into 4 pieces 1 inch apart, and that'll give us the 4 legs. So I'm looking about 1 inch right there. All right, we're going to put these off to the side and let them dry now, and we'll start making the head. For the head, we're going to want a bit of a more oval shape. So same thing, fluff up your fleece, dip it in the soap water, now instead of rolling it in this fashion, you're going to roll it in the palm of your hand over and over again, like this. To get my oval shape, I started out as a ball first, and then I just kind of start rolling it like it's a snake, or a rope shape. And that will start to give you the shape of your alpaca head. I've rolled a smaller, skinnier, about 1 inch piece for the tail. It's been rinsed, and the water has been squeezed out of it. So you can put that aside. We still have to make the neck, and the neck we want to make about a 1/2 inch long. Same procedure. Okay, so the last thing you should have done is felted a couple of ears for the alpacas, and what I did was I just took a couple of leftover pieces that I cut off from some of the legs and whatever, and flat felted them into a little bit of a point. So now we're to the part where we need to assemble it. And this is where you need your glue gun. So turn it on, get it warmed up. All right. Make sure that your alpaca is dry before you start this. And make sure your glue gun's nice and warm. I'm going to start off with putting the head on first, onto the neck. So just go ahead and put a little glue on that. Attach the head. Sure and hold it there for a moment. Once you feel your head is secure, then the next thing I'm going to attach are some ears. Alright, now you've got some ears glued on. we're going to glue the head to the body. Now the last thing I like to do is put a little tuft of hair on his head. And there we have our alpaca. So here's the finished guy. You don't have to make an alpaca. You can make a dog or a cat or an elephant. The method's all the same. You just make different shapes. So I hope you have fun making your own alpaca.